and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Now, on the last video of me getting my diamond painting logbook up to date, ready to use all the time, fully tipped up. I started with, we're just going to wing it and see how it goes. Didn't work so well. I did get noted down all of the smaller diamond paintings that I had. I store my diamond paintings in sort of a set way. So I have since had a little bit of a mini revamp of the hangers that I use. So I do have a hanger for special diamond paintings, which is actually up and above at the back of my desk, so it's not easy to get down. But then I do have one that just says square, so this houses any square that is, I think I do have one that's a 30 by 50 on it, but I wouldn't go much bigger than a 40 by 50, possibly, just because of the space I have to hang the hanger. Then I have one that is round, so this is all my round diamond paintings, which were sort of spread across two different hangers previously, but I've reined them in. And then I have one that's called projects, so these are actually ones that I want to do, and I don't want to let the decision wheel decide when I do them, so they're probably going to be the couple that I do next. If I ever get any in that are for a specific YouTube series, like when I had the customs, they were all pinned on here until they were completed. So this hanger will often not have much on it, but sometimes will have a few things on it. This is my projects hanger. So because I've now got down to, primarily, I've got 3 hung up diamond paintings. So I've got round, square and special. So what I decided to do was, rather than have this that to me, with the painting and the size and whether it was round, square or special, and the manufacturer, was too busy for me. I don't need all that information on here. The reason being is I have a lot of that information already on my painting, on my stickers. So this tells me the name, the size, where it's from, whether it's round or square, and I have one labelled on the diamonds as well. So what I decided was, that's the Fox Wisdom that was kitted up recently. I've popped the sticker in here. So my stash now, I have done them this way. So I've put a little label up saying that these are the square ones. And I have just listed the name with the size. That's it. I've done the same for each one. Let me try and keep that safe for when I get to the diamond painting part. I've then done round. You'll notice I have left the other side because I do expect, some to get completed and more to come in its place. So I then have round, the name and the size. Where it came from is on the painting itself. I then have a space for large, which is today's project, to fill in. And then I have special, and they're listed down. The ones that are in projects, so I currently have one round and one square actually on projects. They are under round and square. So the mystery AB is detailed here. And what was the other one? The round one, the daisy, is detailed here. So I've kept them on what hangers they would originally be on. Round, square. In the case of large, it would go on large. Whichever one it's supposed to go on, that's where I put them. I do still have a couple more pages because I did get myself a new pack. Had to bump up. So this one is now going to go. This one to me is a bit too bitty. It probably wouldn't have been as bad actually if I hadn't have put the manufacturer on. I probably could have just coped with a list. However, it is nice to see, especially because I do YouTube videos on things often. So I can look here and I can see that I only have actually 4 square paintings to do in small. So maybe that's what I need a couple more of to keep hold of, just to keep the variety. I have a few round and then I have a few special. Now, you will notice as well that the amount of paintings on these individual lists does not equal what I had on this sheet of paper. There is not as many on there. Megan and I did... oh, excuse me. Megan and I were a little bit ruthless. There are many paintings that come into this house for unboxings and such, and many of the extra ones that we have are, well, in fact all of them are gifted in some way, either giveaways or to friends and family. At Christmas we're doing a sort of table at a nursery where people can buy the diamond paintings, but then the proceeds are going to go to the nursery. So, you know, there are many ways that we make sure that we don't get too overwhelmed. Having said that, we do keep a lot of diamond paintings often, especially when you first get them. There is that undying love for them. So it is good every now and then to just go through and go, no, I don't think I want to keep that one, and actually let a few more go. So we went through, we let quite a few go, and now it's time for me to detail the large paintings, which are now a lot more limited because of that. But I've actually just thought that I have large here detailed, but I don't have it split into square and round. Now I could technically just decide to put you know, an S or an R, but I actually think it would be nice to know how many, you know, square paintings I do have in the large size and how many round. So let me get my Dymo label maker out. Oh look, it's still on large. That must have been the last one I was going to do. Insert symbol dash, and then I might just do an S. I don't need it to say square, it could confuse me. So I'm going to put large S. This has been telling me battery low for months, by the way. And then I'm going to put large R. And I'm just going to have a label that tells me my big ones in round and my big ones in square. Now, can I get one of them to go on here? Let me just see if I can get this to come off nicely. It's not been on that long. It did take us a couple of days. Oh, there we go, that's better. It did take us a couple of days to, you know, get round to actually sorting through the diamond paintings. But oh, such a relief when we did. In fact, I think the giveaway on my other channel, I think a few of them made its way into them. So maybe you'll see one that you'd seen in one of these videos. So let's do large square and large round. Even though they are kept pretty much together, I do keep some in boxes which stand up, and then I keep some on the shelves in my Kallax. Let's take that out and move that further back for when I need an extra sheet. Sometimes it's easier to put 5 pages in these than it is to put 1 in. Okay, so we have square, we have round. In fact, I should do that the other way round because I've done square and round there, so I should do square and round in the large ones because then it flows. Let's get rid of those little bits and let's start documenting what I have. And first ones that I have here to hand are the paintings that I'm currently working on. So they're still in my stash, and there is the option to put a completed date. So I thought I would still put these on. So what I'm going to put for this one is I'm going to put DAC Minions. And I have sort of pre-thought about this before, but by putting DAC, I know it's a Diamond Art Club, which means I know it's in its box, which means I know exactly where it is. I don't have that many paintings that I forget where I put them, but I do think for ones that I keep in their box, I definitely make sure that I put the name on. So DAC Minions, and it is 186 by 51. And eventually that will be marked as completed. Then I have my Diamond Art Studio Mr. Quackers, and I'm going to call him Mr. Quackers because that's what I call him. So Diamond Art Studio Mr. Quackers, and he is what size was he? 60 by 80. 60 by 80. And that saves me putting the S on the end because I now have a space for square and round. So let's get the rest of the boxes done, or the ones that are in boxes, because then I can tuck them back away. So I have a Dreamer's Design. Which was this called? Does it actually tell? Oh, there it is. It's on the bottom. It is called Contemplation, and this one is a square. Yes, it is a square. So I'm going to put DD for Dreamer's Designs. Contemplation. And I keep checking I'm spelling it right, because it's not good to write when talking sometimes. This one is an 80 by 60, so the only reason it's the other way round is because one's portrait and one's landscape. So that one can tuck back away. This is where you get to find out what I have as well. What else do I have that's square in boxes? So I actually have a Heaven and Earth Designs canvas. Now, this will be done with square diamonds, albeit I may use my spares or I may purchase them for it. But this one actually stands up, and the name of it is right at the bottom. I did do an unboxing on this. So this one is Mini 2 of Hearts. So let me fold that over. Make sure it's flat before I start writing. So for this one, I'm going to put HAED for Heaven and Earth Designs. Mini 2 of Hearts. Does it tell me the size? It doesn't. So I am going to need to add the size later, because I'm not going through measuring it. Well, the stitches for it are all listed. In fact, maybe they're listed. Are they listed on the piece of paper that comes with the canvas? Maybe. Pop my little clips back on. Give the camera something to focus on. There is another 2 Heaven and Earth Designs canvases stuck down the side of there, but they're Megan's rather than mine. But I did get a load of pieces of paper with the canvases and the stickers. But no, it just has the DMC numbers, and then it has the symbols with the DMC numbers. It doesn't tell me the size. So I'm going to have to look that up. So that's a later job, because I'll have to look it up and do the math. I'm not doing the math now. Okay, next. This is all my rolled up ones now, plus one box. So this one is Cooker. This is a Treasured Art Studio, and because it's in the box, I don't have my little label stickers on it, but I'm pretty sure this was a square as well. It is a square. Treasure Studios Art. So let's put that as TSA, just in case it moves to my other boxes. The main ones that tend to come in boxes that I tend to sometimes stack up is the Dreamers Designs, the Diamond Art Studio and the Diamond Art Club. They tend to be the ones. So Treasure Studio Art, and they call it Colour Cooker. Let's put the same. Colour Cooker. And the size was on the box. 40 by 50. That's one I could do with doing soon as well. So 40 by 50. I'm still on the square at the moment. I do still have a couple of boxes for round. So this one's square. So this is a Diamond Art Studio. But I did actually, and this is Daisies. I did actually get rid of the box for this one. I don't know why. Daisies, and that is a 40 by 50. And that one goes on my little Kallax cube. Okay, so that's a round, 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 round. And here's a square. So this is my last large square. This one is from Prism, but this one is called Flying Feathers. Feathers. And this one is a 50 by 50. So I'm not putting the manufacturer on that one because it's not an abbreviation that will make sense. If I just put P, I won't know what I'm talking about. So that's my square. So I have 6 large square diamond paintings that need completing. Large, round. Now I have shrunk these down a lot, but I've got another 2 boxes. This again, Diamond Art Club. Diamond Art Club, and this one is the People's Princess. People's Princess. I am really looking forward to doing this one as well, but then again, I've just been through, so this is 46 by 66. I have recently been through, of course, all the diamond paintings while Megan and I were, you know, trying to whittle them down to be a little bit more manageable. This one's another Diamond Art Club, and there were many of them that I looked at and I was like, oh, I really want to do that one. This one is Mother Earth, and that is a 22 by 30. Now it may be that I end up putting, you know, some smaller, for example, Diamond Art Club paintings on my large paintings list. If I do, that's because of how I store them. So I have actually kitted up the Fox Wisdom from Diamond Art Club, but prior to me kitting it up, it was actually stored with all my large diamond paintings because I kept it in the box. So it's up to you how you determine. You may determine that you want to list the large ones according to size. So anything bigger than 30 by 40 or anything bigger than 40 by 50. If that's the case, oh, I've put Mother Earth, I've put 22 by 30. That's the inches, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. Is that the inches? See, this doesn't help because I don't work in inches. I have. So it's actually 56 by 76. Let me check People's Princess now because That one is 46 by 66. Okay, so it's only Mother Earth that I put down as wrong, because while I do use inches for some things, diamond paintings I don't. So let's put that as centimetres. And then I have my ones from other companies. So we've got Unordered Lines. Love this painting. This is the painting that I ordered 2 of. This one is 110 by 50. I'm putting them back on my shelf as I go. Then I have Timney Arts Flamingos. And many of you will remember some of these. Some of these are an unboxing a long time ago. It's a 48 by 73. This Flamingos I've had for quite a while. I probably should get that done. Then we've got Manhattan Bridge. This was a recent unboxing. This has got ABs in it as well, so I'm quite looking forward to doing this one. Manhattan Bridge, and that's a 40 by 50. And then I did keep hold of trees, so the very long trees. I did let quite a lot of large diamond paintings go because they do take ages. And that's a 30 by 80. That's the reason it's in here, because it's long. And last, but by no means least, because I'm sure I will add to them, it's Fox in Leaves. And that is a 40 by 50. So that is my current stash list. I have four small squares, 11 rounds, 6 big squares, 8 big in rounds. I do have a lot of large paintings, don't I? And 6 special diamond paintings. Okay, 'tis what it is. I still have a spare sheet in case I end up with more. So that is the My Stash section of my logbook complete. I am going to take out the note page because I'm going to move that to the back for anything I need. If I don't end up using it in my logbook, I'm actually going to move it to my book of lists, because I do like to use the note paper sometimes, especially if I'm trying to draw something out, you know, and line it up right. So I've got all my stash in there. I've got a spare page, which hopefully it will take me a little bit of a while to get to it. The next section is my wish list. I'm going to take out the note page from that as well. I actually don't use wish list myself much. Quite often I don't tend to go looking unless I'm ready to buy. That tends to be my rule. If I want to go buying a diamond painting or something catches my eye that much, I will potentially leave the email in my inbox if it's come through on an email and that's what's attracted my attention. Otherwise, I don't tend to go looking unless I'm buying. So I don't personally have a wish list as much. I know many people wanted a wish list, and I know many people that do a lot of diamond art clubs, for example, or exclusively do diamond art club. They may have a wish list with them. I don't have a use for that, so I'm actually going to take that out of my logbook. I'm not going to get rid, because it can always come back if I change my mind or something changes. The next section is my spares. Okay, this one is going to be fun. I think I'm going to leave this one for next time. I'm going to take out the note paper. I'm going to take out the note paper from that one. It is kind of handy to have that little divider. And if I find that I need them back to help with that little reference, then I will do. But for now, I'm going to take out the note pages and I'm going to take out wish lists and put them somewhere safe, because I do have visions of filling up this section of the logbook quite a bit. And I may have to go to thicker drills. Okay, so my spares, we'll do that next time. I'll get out my spares and we'll actually go through and see which ones I have. And then it gets into the actual logbook side of things. So I didn't do the first one, just because it's on the back of my nice pretty front cover. And I don't know whether to be a bit picky about which one goes on there. But I did start, so Winter Tree is completed. I did complete a mystery. I need to update pictures and things like that for the custom comparisons. I have actually got Mr. Quackers in there, but I need to fill in the details. I actually put the prism in there. So I have actually put a few. I have put the Quirky Fox in there, which is the Willowing Arts Quirk. That's the one from Mindfulness Diamond Painting. So I could probably do with adding the Diamond Art Club one after. But that will be future projects to fill in those. And I'll waffle however long I need to waffle. So that is those. I seem to have gained a sheet of paper in there. One's got Add More Zest on the bottom, one's got 4 kids. And then I don't tend to use the time tracker either. Though maybe I will for one painting in the future, but I'm going to take that out for now. Again, very similar to the wish list. Let's take out the note paper for now. Okay, so that's the book ready for next time. It is a little bit thinner at the moment, but I know as soon as I put my diamond paintings in, it's going to go fuller. But just so you guys know what I'm going to be doing. So my stash is listed in a way I like, according to where I store it, so it makes sense to me, and I have spare. I'm going to go through my spares next time we meet to do this book. We'll see how long that takes. Hopefully it won't take too long, but we'll see. And then we have the special and AB, which should hopefully be a quicker section. And then you guys can sit with me while I go through my logbook and see if I can update some. I don't know whether to move everything over from my stash in case I don't actually do it. Then again, I'm trying to think whether to still move them over when I do them, because it has got a lot of information like date ordered and received and stuff that might be a little bit easier to find, you know, now rather than a year down the line. I'll think of that by the time we get to it. But that is my stash completed. I hope some of you have managed to remember some of maybe the older ones that you've recognised that they are still in my stash. Not all of them are, unfortunately, but I do feel as though I get too overwhelmed if I have too many. So I was able to pass them on to people that are likely to do them. But yeah, oh, I've got a piece of fluff that's floating around with me. Yeah, my stash is ready. My spares is next, so do stay tuned for the next Diamond Painting Logbook update. I can imagine there's going to be quite a few ticks on these. It may take a little bit to get through them, but it should be easier after that. I'm hoping that I'll then be in the habit of having the logbook out on my desk, you know, constantly updated when I've got it to a point that I'm happy. But yeah, any questions, do ask them down below. Any suggestions or, you know, your thoughts, how you store, you know, how you detail your stash. Maybe you do use the wish list but in a different way. Let us know down below, because I'm sure there will be a few people doing their logbook along with me, and it's always nice to have all the options available so that you can choose the one that suits you the best, and the one that works for you. But thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.